Hey guys, this is Eric Weingarten with Weingarten Racing. I am still at PRI. This is the last day. So if you haven't come yet, you've missed it. It's over. But because some people have asked, hey, what does the Promaxx stuff have? I have that and some other things I want to show you. And I'll just go through them and show you some couple things and talk about a few things. Anyway, several people had asked about Promaxx. Promaxx is a cylinder head company. They have all their heads are offshore. So I'm not entirely for sure where they're cast, but I just know they're not cast in America. But I did talk to the guy. His name's Jason. He's a great guy to deal with. And all of them, by the way, I can't remember I think it's his dad or whoever else is there. Super nice guy there too. So great guy. But anyway, he was saying this, so you should get some value out of this. When they get their heads from wherever they get them from, every one of them, it has a valve job in already, which I'm used to seeing as well. They put their own valve job on top of it. And you're like, so what's that mean? I could tell you from the number of import heads, Chinese heads or whatever, whenever they have their valve jobs on, they typically don't seal. So for them to do the valve job after, it ensures the reliability of them. So there's that. But here's the kicker. I'm about to show you a couple heads. And this first head I'm going to show you is their new small block Chevy heads. They call it Project X, I believe. It is. And it looks phenomenally like an AFR head. The wing, the way it's facing, it's an as-cast AFR head. And if you remember my video from yesterday, I showed you the Dart SHP. That one looks like an AFR head too, except for this one has the wing in the other way. So this one I'm about to show you is their 215 head, and for a small block Chevy. See what you think, and then I'll show you some other ones. So pretty cool, right? Yeah, it's a 215. I'm hoping one of you calls to order some from me. I could tell you because I got the price for me for the Bear ones. They're $1,000 Bear. If you want to port them, they'll probably end up being cheaper than my other stuff. The catch is if they copied AFR exactly, the water ports are where they are too. And AFRs I can't port as far as I can a Brodix. So, but it could be a good head and maybe save you a couple $100. But anyway, the next one I'm going to show you is this. I'm just going to go through a bunch of them. You could take a stop or pause, whatever, during it. They have a 185 that looks like a AFR 180. They have that one, the small block Chevy. I'm going to show you that one. Then, for you Ford guys, they have a small block Ford head, which looks a lot like the AFR 210 head, or 205 head. It could be 210, but anyway, take a look at that. I only have the chamber shot for that one. Then I'm going to show you a bunch of the other heads they have, which includes an LS3 head. And it looks similar to the Liberty one, but actually I think it's a bit better, to be quite honest with you. It's slightly different. Here's a good one. They've got an AFR big block Chevy. It's CNC ported, but it's their 310 one, and it's an oval port. It's a small one. So that's also available. If you can get an as-cast one, I could port it then. They also have, he said they have them in stock, so call me up if you want to order some. The Promaxx 317 of theirs, which I know that one's a replica of the AFR head. I should say allegedly a replica of the AFR head. It looks really nice too. And anyway, there's some other stuff in. They have a Cleveland head for you Ford guys, and it looks pretty good too. Chamber's a little not bad. It's not probably what I'd have done, but I don't know, maybe I can get one of those ass-cast ones. But it really didn't look that bad. But anyway, take a look. These are all Promaxx stuff. See what you think. Okay, as you were looking at it, you're like, wait a minute, there's two different small block Chevy heads. Promaxx has two. They had that Project Active, which I just described about, and these are other ones. These ones look a lot like the Brodix IK heads. And I have to say this, and I hate to say it, I bet you the Promaxx ones actually outflow it, because they don't have that weird transition from the valve job into the chamber. Plus, the port's slightly different, okay? After that, I then went to go see AFR's booth again, because I wanted to look more at their Enforcer line. I've already know that the small block Enforcer head is the Dart imitation head that just about everybody sells. Liberty, Pro Header back when they're in business, RPC, Assault, they're all the same. But I've seen their big block bad English. I saw their big block Chevy head. I didn't like that one, but I forgot that they had an LS one. So I went and looked at it, and it's an LS Cathedral Port style head, and it looks very good. It looks like it's also an imitation of a Dart head as well, and that one could be really, really good. So anyway, I'm going to show you a picture of that. Now, before you think, why do you keep showing all these Chinese heads? I want you to understand, I try to sell as American as possible, but I'm at the show. I cannot begin to tell you the number of companies, cylinder head companies. Now, I'm not talking AFR Dart, like smaller CNC guys or CNC porting heads that are selling you CNC ported Chinese heads. Now, they're not advertising it. They'll probably tell you if you asked, but they're definitely not telling you up front. I mean, they're not advertising that fact, but they're CNC ported Chinese heads. Especially if you're in the LS world, it seemed like every booth I went to that had LS stuff that was CNC ported, there was a CNC LS, Chinese head. So, and most of the guys have no idea. Now, I'm not bagging on that. I'm just saying this is where things are going. And I'm sure they're doing it on cost point too. They want to make money as well. Or it could be supply chain issues too, which that in itself is kind of weird. But I won't get into all of that. The point is, I'm not trying to, all China stuff is amazing. I'm just showing you stuff. The next thing I'm going to show you, this is the, I'd said yesterday that Profiler has a 13-degree, an intake for a small block Chevy that fits a 13-degree head. I had totally missed this one, and I don't know why I did. I went over to AllPro's booth. AllPro makes cylinder heads, and they make some extremely cool stuff. Matter of fact, they have cylinder heads, small block Chevy ones, that can go 400 CFM. 23-degree stuff, by the way. And I'm like, no, it's impossible. Anyway, they've got LS stuff. They've got some of the stuff that ran in sprint cars. Their stuff really is amazing. But they make a intake manifold that fits a small block Chevy 13-degree headed deal. And unlike the Profiler, you can get it with the Dominator top. They're also a split manifold, so it's way easier to port. So anyway, I'm going to take a picture, look at this. I didn't want to do it on the inside because I don't want to give away their stuff. And the last thing I want to show you, I went back to the Brodix booth also because I wanted you guys to actually see what the DN9 looks like. And then I also have a picture of the 1203, which is, they call it the Maneater. But the DN9 is a 9-degree big block Chevy head. Look where the valves are located and how far it's raised up. The other one that I have there that I'm showing you is the 1203. It's a big block Chevy. It's spread port 2, 12-degree. But here's the thing. It's an as-cast port with the CNC bowl blend, CNC chambers. That one's relatively reasonable for those heads. As you could tell from the chamber and stuff, it's not near as good as the DN9s. But anyway, it's something to think about. And guys, thanks for your input, for the record, on the what I should do. I probably would like to just keep it in A, because I'm never going to be, even if I had power adder, I don't have time to mess with it. So I'll probably keep it in A and just have fun with it. But the S10, it's getting a power adder already anyway. But it will be, that one's probably the one I'll be like, just throw more to it. But it'll be small block power adder just so I can run with the natural aspirated big block, But anyway, also, thanks for all the guys that came by or talked to me throughout the day. Appreciate that. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll be back in the shop on Monday. I should be in the shop by 9 a.m. And I'm sure I'll be on the phone most of the day answering all the missed calls I've had. But you guys take care.